Q Games have been around since 2001, maybe earlier, but they were mainly working on next-generation research, making mini-games, prototypes, and hardware. They did help push out Star Fox Command, but it wasn't until 2007 that they came up with something that really pushed this company from being just another indie company into a full-blown game company, in my opinion anyway. I'm sorry if that offends anyone that works at Q Games, but it's my personal opinion that the Pixel Junk series has set this company apart from other companies. All the games are great, from Pixel Junk, which was a pretty sweet top-down racer, to the new Pixel Junk Eden Obscura that is just released on mobile devices, which I have played, but I have yet to review. But I'm not here to talk about those games right now. I'm here to talk about their newest title. That game would be Pixel Junk Monsters 2. And I have a lot to say about it, so I guess I should get to the point. To start, let me first say that I did receive a review code for this game, but it won't affect my opinion in any way. I'm all about telling people the truth about games so they don't get ripped off from companies who just want your hard-earned cash. This doesn't mean everyone is going to agree with my opinion, though. These are just my opinions, and I do have strong opinions. For those of you who don't even know what Pixel Junk Monsters is, I guess I could start there. This game is essentially a tower defense game. Like other tower defense games, you have to build towers in order to fight off waves of enemies from reaching your main base. In this case, your main base is a hut. When an enemy hits your hut, one of the little creatures you're trying to protect is killed. Once all of these little guys are helplessly murdered, you have lost and have to restart. Unlike other tower defense games, however, you have a Tiki Man to help you build towers that will fight off these evil intruders. It's up to you to decide when and where you'll have your Tiki Man build these towers by cutting down trees that are on the battlefield and constructing towers strategically as incoming waves of baddies try to take out your little brothers. You can then upgrade them by standing still in the towers or using gems you find by dying enemies. The towers will upgrade themselves over time depending on the enemies you kill, but it's much faster to upgrade them yourself. This is essentially what the first game was, and it's all here in all its glory, but better in so many ways. For starters, the graphics. The original graphics were good, don't get me wrong, but they're 2D, and you can only accomplish so much in a 2D space. That's right, folks. Q Games have brought their adorable creatures over into the 3D world, and man, do they look amazing. We can explore the whole game this way. Even the stage select screen can be played in third person, which is really neat and fun to explore. I don't recommend you play the whole game this way, however. It's a bit hard to see where the enemies are coming from in this view, although it is a nice feature to have. Not only because you get to see how beautiful the game actually is, colors popping off every claymation-style surface, but there are times when you may need that camera angle to find a coin or gem that's been blocked by a tree or rock from the top view. I don't know if they're going for a claymation style look or not, but that's what I see, and I can't get enough of it. It's beautiful. Some may not like the cartoony look, but when you look at the original, there's a really good similarity there. Just one's in 3D space. There are a few other things that have changed besides the graphics, and some people may not like a few of them. Others, I think people are going to really get into. For example, I wasn't able to find any type of run button. You ran with the circle button in the original, I believe, but circle jumps in this game, which is a very cool addition considering we are in a different world now. One where we may need to do some jumping. This isn't a game breaker. Tiki Man moves pretty quick on his own, but some people still may miss that ability. The ability to jump is a welcome addition though. Next, the way you acquire towers has changed. You now unlock them as you play and can purchase them directly from the build menu when you build your tower. You no longer have to run all the way back to your hut in order to purchase stronger towers with gems. I personally like this way better, but this is a feature that could go either way as well. The strategy is definitely different. I think it streamlines the battles a bit better though. There are still items you can purchase with your gems, but you have to find a tiki pole somewhere on the battlefield to do so, and it sells items, not towers. These items are used on the field to hurt or slow down your enemies, making it a bit easier for you to stop them from getting through. This is a really cool addition to the game, but one I haven't really used much as of yet. So far, I've used items that have appeared in game, and used gems for upgrading my towers to level 5. There are 5 levels to each tower, and each level requires a certain amount of gems to upgrade to the next level. Once a tower is level 4, they take 3 gems to upgrade, so you can use a lot of gems on towers if you're not careful, and I tend to do so. The multiplayer is real good as well, but one thing I have a problem with is the fact that other players seem to be locked to the host player. If they walk too far from the host, they're zapped back to the host's position. This can sometimes hurt strategy in multiplayer games, but it does add to it in other ways. It doesn't bother me enough to gripe about it though, just something that I wish could have been, like split screen or something to that effect. But it really isn't a big issue, and I'm sure there's a good reason behind the decision. The multiplayer is quite fun regardless, so it doesn't really matter. In multiplayer, you can have up to 4 people online, 2 people locally, trying to protect the baby tiki men. They not only are able to throw up towers quicker, because they can obviously be in more places at once, but if they stand in the same tower at the same time to upgrade it, the tower will upgrade a lot faster. This comes in handy when you forget to throw up a tower in preparation for the next wave. You and your buddies can throw up some towers and upgrade them very quickly. I should note that the third-person camera does not work in multiplayer, but it wouldn't where other players are locked to the host. It isn't really a necessity in multiplayer anyways. It's nice to see where everyone is on the field. There are 5 different areas, and each area has 3 stages to complete. To unlock different areas, players must gain rainbows by getting a perfect score on any unlocked stage. You don't have to get a perfect to unlock the next stage in that area, however. Each stage has 2 different difficulty levels to complete, and you can earn a rainbow for each difficulty level as well. I'm not sure if there's any other difficulty after Tricky, but it does seem like there would be, don't you think? I do wish there were more stages though. Overall, these are the only areas that I can see, but it does look like some DLC might be right around the corner. After your battles, you can upgrade your Tiki look with ancient tokens you earn. I don't think they have any effect on your Tiki person as far as gameplay goes, but you can personalize the look, which is still pretty neat, especially for multiplayer games. I really like this feature. I do like the legacy look, but it's really cool that you can personalize the game in that aspect. And if you want to use the legacy mask and shell, they're there for your enjoyment. I think my Tiki Man is enjoying his new look. I could go on and on about this game and how much joy I've already gotten from it. Not only am I really enjoying the game, but my kids are having a blast helping their dad defend the little Tiki babies. I just wish I could play with both of them at the same time locally, and I wish there was more content. I seem to remember the first title to have lots of stages in each area. This would be my biggest problem, to be honest, but I would definitely have to recommend this game to anyone, especially if you enjoyed the original as much as I did. The game is beautiful, and it feels so good to have our beloved Tiki Man in a 3D world. I think he looks right at home.
I have you.